Imagine waking up one day to find out that you've become invisible, not in the literal sense where you can't be seen, but in a way that feels almost worse, where your presence, your contributions and your worth go completely unnoticed by those around you. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? That you could be pouring your heart and soul into everything you do, only to be met with silence, as if you were shouting into the void. This isn't just a random thought experiment. For many of us, it's a reality we've faced or are facing. Feeling undervalued, overlooked, and taken for granted can be one of the loneliest places to be, especially when it comes from those we care about the most. But here's the twist. What if I told you that there are ways to step out of the shadows and into the light? Ways to ensure that you are not just seen, but truly recognized and valued for who you are and what you bring to the table. Today we're diving deep into the heart of this issue, unpacking the reasons why this happens and, more importantly, how we can turn the tide in our favor. So, if you've ever felt like a background character in someone else's story, stick around. This might just be the game changer you've been waiting for. And hey, before we dive in, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video as if it's the last slice of pizza at a party. Trust me, you'll want to watch every bit of this, no skipping, because every moment here is more loaded than a surprise quiz in math class. 1. All right, let's get real about making them realize what they've got, because, sometimes people don't see the full picture until it's possibly fading. Stoicism isn't just ancient philosophy, it's about appreciating now because tomorrow, well, it's never promised. So, here's the game plan. Start pouring more into yourself. Pick up that guitar gathering dust, join that hiking group, or just start that project you've been daydreaming about. This move isn't about playing hard to get. It's about becoming so engaged in your own life that your energy becomes magnetic. They'll start noticing the shift, feeling that twinge of, hey, I miss being a part of that. It's not about making them jealous, but about showing the richness of your life with or without them. You're embodying that Stoic wisdom, living fully in the present, valuing your growth and happiness genuinely. Through this, you're not just a chapter in their story. You become a highlight, someone they're afraid to lose. It's subtle, it's wise, it's stoically showing your worth by simply being your most authentic self. 2. Let's chat about not being at everyone's beck and call. Picture this. You're the go-to person for everything, always ready, always available. Sounds noble, right? But here's a Stoic twist. Marcus Aurelius once hinted at the importance of valuing your time like your most prized possession. Why? Because in the grand scheme, our time, our presence, is finite. So, by choosing not to be instantly on hand for every little request, you're not being selfish. You're practicing a form of self-respect. It's about setting boundaries that say, hey, my time matters. This isn't about ignoring people or playing hard to get. It's about ensuring your life isn't just a series of responses to others. It's a subtle art of teaching people that your time and energy are valuable. They start to appreciate you more when they see you're not always readily available. This Stoic principle of self-value doesn't just change how others see you, it transforms how you see yourself. 3. Now, let's dive into the art of keeping a bit of mystery. There's something inherently magnetic about a touch of the unknown. Stoicism teaches us the value of restraint and the power of the unsaid. It's like Seneca once mused, understanding that silence can speak volumes and sometimes revealing less means people are drawn to learn more. So how do you weave this ancient wisdom into the fabric of your modern life? Start small, share stories, but leave room for questions. Let your hobbies and passions be discovered over time, not laid out in the open from day one. This isn't about being secretive or aloof. It's about pacing the narrative of you. It's a dance between revealing and concealing, keeping people intrigued by the depth of your character. This approach doesn't just make you more interesting, it invites others to lean in, to genuinely want to discover the layers of your personality, and in doing so, you're not just a book left open on a table, but a story they can't wait to unfold. It's Stoicism in action, finding strength in reserve and letting curiosity build connections. This way, you become a person of substance, not just someone easily figured out. 4. All right, let's talk about letting people do things for you. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't want to be a burden. But here's a Stoic perspective. It's not about burdening others, but about allowing connections to deepen through acts of service. Epictetus, a Stoic heavyweight, believed in the power of interdependence, suggesting that allowing others to contribute to our lives enriches the communal bond. So how do we put this into practice without feeling like we're taking advantage? Start by accepting help when it's offered. It's not about dependency, it's about giving others the chance to show their affection or respect through action. Whether it's accepting a ride when your car's in the shop, or letting a friend bring dinner over when you're swamped with work, each act of acceptance invites warmth into the relationship. This process also teaches us humility, a core Stoic value. By letting others in, we acknowledge that we're not islands but part of a larger, interconnected community. And there's a beautiful reciprocity here. As you allow others to help, you open the door to deeper, more meaningful connections. It's not about keeping score, it's about nurturing a give and take that strengthens bonds. 5. Now let's zero in on focusing on what you need. This isn't about being self-centered, it's about recognizing and honoring your own worth and needs. The Stoics, especially Epictetus, were big on the idea that our own perceptions and actions are within our control, and that's where our true power lies. This philosophy encourages us to take stock of our lives and ask, what do I truly need for my own well-being? It's a call to introspection, to distinguish between external desires and internal necessities. So, how do you practice this? Begin by setting clear boundaries that align with your values and needs. It's about saying no when something doesn't serve your well-being, or yes to what genuinely nurtures you. This could mean prioritizing your mental health, choosing quality time with loved ones, or dedicating effort to your passions. Remember, focusing on your needs isn't selfish, it's essential. It's about filling your cup first, so you're in a better position to be there for others. 6. Embrace the wisdom of not making anyone your everything. Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, taught the value of emotional independence, emphasizing the strength found in self-sufficiency. Cultivate your interests, passions, and social circles to build a fulfilling life that isn't dependent on a single person. This approach not only safeguards your well-being, but also enhances the quality of your relationships. By loving from a place of completeness, not neediness, you foster healthier, more balanced connections. This Stoic principle of detachment allows you to love freely and fully, enriching both your life and those around you. 7. Consider the Stoic practice of not always being the first to text or call. It's about valuing your time and encouraging a balanced exchange in relationships, reflecting self-respect and allowing for mutual effort. This pause before reaching out fosters deeper, more meaningful connections and teaches the importance of giving and receiving space. It's not about caring less, it's about engaging more mindfully, enhancing the quality of your interactions, and nurturing a foundation of mutual respect and appreciation. 8. Embarking on creating your own happiness is a journey deeply rooted in Stoicism. Stoics like Epictetus taught that happiness comes from within, not from external sources. It's about taking charge of your emotions and finding joy in your actions and thoughts. Crafting your happiness means engaging in activities that fulfill you, setting goals that challenge and excite you, and cultivating relationships that support and enrich you. This self-reliance is a powerful form of freedom. It's not about isolation, but about not letting your well-being depend solely on others or your circumstances. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control: our responses, our choices, and our mindset. By doing so, you're not just waiting for happiness to find you, you're actively building it, brick by brick, with your own hands. This journey towards self-crafted happiness isn't just about feeling good, it's about creating a resilient, contented self that can weather life's ups and downs with grace. 9. Embracing the courage to walk away when necessary is a testament to Stoic resilience. Stoicism, through thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, teaches us the value of knowing when to let go, recognizing that some situations or relationships may no longer serve our highest good. This act isn't about giving up, it's about acknowledging what's within our control and what isn't. Being ready to walk away is a powerful form of self-respect. It means you value your peace and well-being enough to step back from anything that undermines them. This decision, steeped in self-awareness and courage, aligns with Stoic principles of autonomy and inner freedom. It's about making a choice that prioritizes your growth and happiness, understanding that sometimes the healthiest move is to create distance. By being prepared to take this step, you're not only protecting your tranquility, but also opening up new pathways for growth and fulfillment, true to the Stoic pursuit of living in accordance with nature, your own nature. As we wrap up our journey today, remember, the wisdom we've shared is a light guiding you toward inner peace and strength. Embrace these lessons not just as words, but as tools for life's journey. If you're ready to dive deeper, check out the playlist on the screen for more insights and growth. Thank you for joining me on this path of discovery. Click on the playlist, continue your journey, and remember, true growth lies within. Let's keep exploring together,